case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1947, the Supreme Court heard the case Blumenthal versus United States, one that dealt with an elaborate scheme involving the sale of an American classic, Old Mr. Boston rocking chair whiskey, at prices above the legally prescribed limit. The story unfolded around three individual players, Blumenthal, Feigenbaum, and Abel, who faced charges for their complicity in orchestrating the illicit scheme to sell whiskey at unpermitted premium prices. Their actions were direct violations of the Emergency Price Control Act, set in place by the Office of Price Administration. The seeds of the ensuing legal battle were planted when the indictment charged these gentlemen with a single conspiracy. The evidence collected was compelling enough to implicate each man in the plot surrounding the illegal whiskey trade, but posed a curious question. Were there multiple conspiracies folded into one? Initially, the lower court had found all three guilty, but upon further examination of evidence, the Supreme Court was brought into the fold to address this unique question of interpretation. This murky area of consideration was introduced when certain transactions involving the dealings with various tavern keepers and the aforementioned defendants opened a possibility of more than one conspiracy being at play. The Supreme Court considered the evidence and circumstances, ultimately ruling that there was indeed a single conspiracy. Even with the defendants agreeing to execute different tasks, they were all knowingly contributing to one larger scheme, creating enough substance for a single conspiracy charge. In essence, the Supreme Court's agreement with the lower court decision confirmed that while there were several agreements and steps, they all functioned as integral parts of a single, overarching conspiracy. This decision was firmly supported by Justice Douglas. The accused, who had earlier fought to dismiss their allegations based on the intricacy of the conspiracy, were found to be active co-conspirators in the illegal sale of whiskey. The court ruling shined a light on the interpretation of legal theory, while simultaneously closing the chapter on an ambitious plot involving what is arguably a staple of American whiskey culture.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind, leave the stress of class.